it's Magdalena, Wolf of Kind. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I have a pleasure to review for you Liminal Spirits Oracle, which is Spirit Cards by Laura Tempest Zakroff. And this is a review copy that I have received from Llewellyn. So thank you so much, Llewellyn, for this review copy. And I have already read with this deck for a while, and I'm very pleased with it. But I also have something to complain about, so if you want to know, watch the video. The box is a really nice box with this magnetic flap here, and there's a ribbon, there's the guidebook, Gateway to the Liminal Spirits. I feel like this is recently getting popular to give a different name to the guidebook than you have of the deck itself. I think it makes sense, like this is the gateway to this deck. However, sometimes I find it confusing because when I'm reading with a deck and I want to quickly take note of the title that I'm using in my tarot or oracle, my reading journal, I grab the guidebook and I see, wait, this is something different than it was on the box. Then I grab the box. So this is just something, I don't know, for me it would be probably easier if they just stuck with the same title. What do you think? How do you find it? I'm curious if it's only me or some other people also have this problem. Laura is an author of Sigil Witchery and Weave the Liminal, so you might know her as an author of these books. And this is basically animist deck, which is lovely for me because I find that animism is something closest to my heart at this time. So this deck quickly became like a little friend of mine. It is a friendly deck and it talks about what is around us, about animals, about places, about herbs and trees. We get 42 cards divided into 8 groups of 5 and 2 cards that are like on their own. We start with the gateway, then we go to rites, places, trees, herbs, scale, slither and swim, wings, fur, fauna, artifacts, and again mushroom is on its own. We get some like introduction here, there are suggestions, yeah, there are descriptions of the groups, and there are also suggestions how you can commune with spirits using this deck. Also about pulling a single card for divination and meditation, 5-card spread, compass spread for divination. I haven't tried this. I usually pull 1 card and then I look at the card at the bottom, but this is how I usually read Oracle anyway. So yeah, this might be something you might want to try. Yeah, and other things that you see here. The guidebook is in full color. We get a reproduction of the card in full color. Then we get like some description and 3 messages per each card. So you need to discern on your own which message is for you. Oh, there are like long messages for the gateway, but usually there are a bit shorter. Yeah, like for example with roots here, 3 bullet points. And I always find that one of these three is for me. There is a place for notes after the end of each group, I think. Or no? Okay, there is place for notes from time to time. Okay, so this is another like trait of this deck. It's a bit chaotic, even though we have these need groups. A thing that I would wish for was its numbers on the cards. There are no numbers on the cards, and the cards are in those groups. They are not in alphabetical order. So if you pull a card, you don't have the name of the group there. Of course, you see it is a tree or something, but before you find the name of the group and the name of the card, it takes you some time. It may cost you your focus. However, maybe this is a design to like make you stop and not be in a hurry. Anyway, I personally think it would be just simpler to put numbers on the cards. And yeah, so these are the cards. There is a nice ribbon here. The size is Oracle size. So I have more or less a regular tarot card here for you from the Golden Tarot of the Renaissance by Los Carabeo. So this is a tarot card, and this is the card from this oracle. Yeah, these are large cards. Another thing that you might want to know, there are no reversed meanings. I don't know if the backs are reversible, but it doesn't matter. No, they are not reversible, but it doesn't matter because there aren't reversed meanings anyway. Okay, so let's go through the cards now. The finish is glossy. I like the cardstock. It's not as glossy as to be sticky. The cards fan now nicely, and shuffling is not hard, except for, of course, the oracle size. However, there are only 42 cards, so it's not that difficult to shuffle. So we start with the Gateway, and this is like a card on its own, not in a group. And then these were, yeah, I need to remind myself what they were. Oh, they were titled Rights. And there was also something in the guidebook about if you're wondering where you should go with your practice right now. Oh yes, it's here. So the Oracle as a guide to path construction. If you're looking for guidance on determining the next step for your personal practice, the Rights group of cards in particular can be extremely helpful. So you separate the 5 of these, and and you randomly pull one of them to give you guidance what step you should take next. And we have Roots, Inspiration. So the artwork is, yeah, it's really vibrant and colorful. It is not overly detailed. It just, I don't know, for me it feels nice. Oh, and I'm not reading. Time with the Moon. Environment. And Star. Then we get to Places. And I'm sorry if you're hearing this drilling sound because my neighbors are at it again. So Ocean, Forest, and the moment I see these, I just feel so at home. It's just, oh, the forest, I'm there. It's It's my home. Desert, cave, and burial ground. And we get to the trees. So I suppose it was very difficult to pick only 5 trees, only 5 herbs, only 5 flying animals. So I imagine the author like thinking a lot about it. But of course, she had to pick some. And we have oak, cedar, walnut, birch. Oh, I love birches so much. I actually have oak and birches in my garden. And there is an ash. Oh, I love ash trees too. Lovely. Then herbs. Rue, mugwort, which is, this was one of the, like, you know, when you're thinking about buying an oracle deck or just looking through the cards on someone else's video and it's like a deal breaker for you, deal breaker card. I think it was, I requested this deck from Llewellyn after seeing this card, because mugwort is such an important herb in Slavic traditions, in our Polish folk traditions, that it just called to me. It's just, oh my God, mugwort, mugwort. Then there's belladonna. We call it wolfberry in Polish. And mandrake. Plus also monk's hood, because I cannot count to 5. And now we have those slithering ends with scales. So, of course, in an animus deck, you need to have a snake. It's just a must, must, must. You have a toad with little not toadstools, oh my God, what they are called. You know, those, this form of the frog before it turns into a frog. What are they called? Oh, forgot, sorry. Salamander, fish, and snail. My younger son, he's 3 now, he loves snails. Like, he's running through the garden looking for them and showing them to me like, Mommy, Mommy, there is one, and there is one, and there is one on the oak. Okay, now we have wings. So there's the owl. Corvid, which is nice because there is like a big family, and putting raven here and not putting a crow or vice versa, it's a difficult decision to make. So this is a cool idea to put a corvid here. Peacock. So this might be a bit like surprising because this is not an everyday bird, unless you live in Warsaw and you go to Łazienki Park every day, then you meet them. But you know, you can meet corvids everywhere. You can meet an owl at night in the woods. But for the peacock, it doesn't live like in so many places. However, I love this card here. I had it appear for myself and it gave me such a perfect message that I was delighted. Plus, I like peacocks. I just like them. I like the goddesses that are associated with peacocks. So, yeah, a great choice. And a moth. And a honeybee. Lovely. With the spiral and the honeycomb. Look how the colors like show you the warmth of honey and sunny weather when bees collect the nectar. Oh, it's so lovely. Then we have fairy. Sorry, English vowels are difficult for Polish people. You know, creatures with fur. There's a lovely, lovely, beautiful fox. Then this deer. This deer reminds me so strongly of the god of the forest from Princess Mononoke. You know, by Studio Ghibli, the Japanese Hayao Miyazaki movie, which is so animist. If you haven't seen it, please do. It's so awesome. Like most of Miyazaki's movies, actually. But yeah, anyway, that's him. That's totally him. Cat. And hare. And of course, we have a goat. Then there is, what is it? Artifact group? Yes, it's artifacts. So we get crystal. I got this one recently too. Metal. Clay. Fiber. Bone. And lastly, on its own, mushroom. So please let me know, how do you like these? Personally, I am in love. I really feel at home with this deck. As I said, it feels like a friend by now. And I actually use it when I go to the woods, to my own little sacred place in the woods. I tend to take this deck with me and read there and receive messages. So yeah, lastly I'll show you how to shuffle it. Not how to shuffle it, how it shuffles. Sorry, distracted. You know how to shuffle cards, don't you? And I thought I would pull a card for us for this day when you are watching this video. Maybe there is a message for you here. So we have pulled the hare. And let's see. Hare. So you can, of course, pause and read the whole description, but we have 3 messages here. And first one is not to follow the straight path, but rather the zigzagging path of the jumping hare. It may not be the easiest route, but it's the most fulfilling one for you right now. Or blessings of fertility and abundance of a physical nature or in terms of creativity and opportunity are coming your way. But sometimes there can be too much of a good thing, so pace yourself. And lastly, check your ego. You might be feeling very heady about your abilities and status at the moment, but don't rest on your laurels for too long or you'll miss out. So this is the Liminal Spirits Oracle. And I would love to hear what you think about it. I like it a lot. As I said, I use it a lot and I feel at home with it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll just remind you that till the end of June there is you can use a promo code for my Etsy shop. It's Kupala23, so you can check it out. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe my channel, leave a comment, and so on and so forth. Bye!